Hey guys, welcome to my page, DIY Crafts with Dar. Happy Saturday! How is everybody? Do you like penguins? I do. We're going to do penguins today. So I have two cute little penguin ornaments and two cute little penguin standers or shelf sitters, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, that's what our project is today, is penguins. Why not, right? It's so hot outside, it's melting. Hubby came in because it's way too hot to be out there working in the garage. And yeah, gonna do penguins. Maybe it'll help them cool off. So, how is everybody? Just say hello. I'm gonna take a drink of my orange juice. I have a headache today. So I just took some Tylenol just finally. And I'm gonna drink some orange juice. Maybe I just didn't. I only had my oatmeal and it is like 4 o'clock, so that's probably it. Orange juice usually does the trick. So I usually drink like a whole bunch of water when I am feeling that way because, you know, you feel like you might be dehydrated. But I felt like it probably was because I hadn't eaten. Anyways, we're going to make these cute little ornaments. There's 2 ornaments here. There's 2 little sitters. Yeah. Very cute. So if you're out there watching, just say hello. Let me get this shared over to VIP group. I know it's Saturday, so lots of people are doing things. Let me turn my volume down. Let me make sure I do that. Because, you know, it always gets really loud. So, all right. And replay's always there. So never worry. If you're busy doing something, the replay's always there. And when you get your kit, you can go back and you can watch and you can paint along. So let me see who's here. Hi, Betty. How are you? Hi, Cindy. Hi, Tina. Yes, anything to feel cooler. I know. It's pretty hot. He's doing good. He's actually doing really good. He just was really sick for a while. Let me see. It says it's currently 89, but I think it was probably hotter than that earlier. Probably, right? I don't know. 92. Yeah. So right now is currently 89, but it was hotter. Hi, Lori. How are you? Hi, Wanda. So we're making cute little penguins. I know it's hard to see. Let me just put you to them and I'll turn them right side up. One of these days I'll get that camera fixed. Yeah, maybe. It's a matter of having to move the thing that it attaches to the ceiling, and I'm just like, I don't know. Okay, so we have ornaments, and then we have these little shelf sitter standers, whatever you want to call them. Well, they're sitting, so I guess they're sitters. Hi, Marilyn, how are you? And my camera is crooked. Let me just see if I can fix it without making too big of a mess there. Or, not mess, but... Okay, so here we go. Here's our little guys. I need to clean that table so bad. I need to just take a sander and sand it. Hey, Lynn, how are you? Thank you, Tina. I'm glad he's feeling better, too. It's really scary. He has a heart issue, so when he gets sick, it makes me a little concerned about him. Hi, Darlene Barr. Hi, Karen. I'm so sorry. I know you're going through so much right now. It is so hard. I'm hoping that something works out and that you get your apartment sooner. That is not a fun thing. I don't even know what to suggest to you. Anyways, we're going to make our little penguins. It is just so sad situation. She's having to move and she's not able to get her apartment when she needs it. Ay, ay, ay. It is just a difficult thing. Okay, so let's take these off here. We're going to put them onto a board. 102 and still having earthquakes. Last one was at 251. Oh my goodness. So those are aftershocks or earthquakes. I don't know. I mean, how do they really tell at some point? How do they tell what it is? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they tell the difference. I know you had the first earthquake, and then you had lots of aftershocks, and then you had another big earthquake and lots of aftershocks. So I'm not sure. Let's put some new tape on there. Let's see. Yeah, don't do anything. It's a work in progress. Oh my goodness, my table. I need to sand it though. I need to do something. Let me just you know what, guys? Let's put some new tape on here. So while we're putting new tape on here, go ahead and tell me how your day's been going. Darlene slept in a little bit. I worked pretty late last night. I'm just getting stuff ready for my craft show. So, yeah, I worked pretty late assembling stuff. So I was just like, I'm just going to wake up whenever I wake up. So, yeah, that's what I did. I think I woke up about 8 o'clock, but I just wanted to lay there with the dogs. I just kind of laid there and went back to sleep. Didn't get up until almost 10. I'm just getting really lazy lately. My body just needs that extra rest. So I wish I could do that more often and still get stuff done. I wish I could. So you guess some of them are called aftershocks. Yes, I guess if it's a great big one, then it's going to be an earthquake. But the smaller ones are aftershocks. I don't know. But hey, it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's releasing tension on the plates. You went to an all-day crafting with your friends, Lori. That's awesome. How fun. Cindy had a long week, busy week at work. So you're just relaxing and regrouping. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I would do that too, for sure. Hi, Doris, my sister. How are you? I'm just putting new tape on here. So, sorry. Trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Darlene Barr spent the day with your mom because tomorrow is her 83rd birthday. That's amazing. That's really awesome. I'm glad you got to spend time with her. That's really neat. Okay, I'm just putting new tape. And so what I do is I just pull a long strip of tape and then I turn the ends under. And the center, there's like a little rolled piece of tape there. Hey, Laura, how are you? I know this is the boring part, but guess what? We really needed new tape because last time when I used it, my pieces were just going everywhere. So I decided, you know what? We're just going to do this. We're making penguins today, guys. Who likes penguins? We're doing penguin ornaments, and we're doing, oops, there with the white paint, and penguin shelf sitters. Okay, there's our tape. It's still shaking things. Yeah, it's releasing all the tension in the plates so that there's not a great big one. So that's the good thing, is that as long as you keep having the small ones, it's releasing more of the tension in the San Andreas fault, right? I think that's the one that's right there. Okay. All right. We got our tape on here. Hi, Maria. How are you? Happy Saturday. Okay. We have ornaments. Let's start with our ornaments. And we're just going to dissect this guy. He's got a lot of pieces. So let's just put the back up here. So on the back, you're just going to have to paint the wings, his little arms. He doesn't really have wings because he doesn't fly. And then the top up here, right? He doesn't really fly. Penguins don't fly. Here's the feet. Here's a heart. Oh, the beak should be by the feet because they're the same color. Okay. We have a snowflake. We have a lot of pieces actually. So let's put some pieces way up at the top. Okay. Here's his earmuffs. Here's his scarf. And then here we have little buttons. Okay. And then we're still dissecting. His body comes apart. This will be black. Okay. And then his face and his belly going to be white. Okay. Next. Next. All right. So hopefully we have enough room on this board for everything that I had planned. Okay. So let's kind of start where we did before. So snowflake, scarf, buttons. Okay, then we have feet, and we have a beak, and a heart, and then we'll take this apart. So this is black, and these guys are white. Okay, now we have the sitters. Okay, we only need here's the base part. For the base, we need just one set. So thanks for sprinkling. I'm doing good. That's just life is busy. I cannot keep up with it all. And I just took some ibuprofen, some Tylenol for my headache that I have, which is not fun. Okay, so scarf. I'm trying to find places for everything. A snowflake, feeties, beak. Oops. and a heart, and then buttons. Okay, so on the back part, all you're gonna do on this one is his little wingies, his little arms, and then where are we gonna put this? Well, you know what? We might have to put some stuff off the side. We might have to just grab another board. Do I have another board right here? Maybe not. I used to. Our stuff is on it. You know what? We'll figure it out. Okay, so we'll figure it out. Okay, we're gonna have a lot of stuff to paint. I'm just gonna put that up there. Okay, we have one more to dissect. Let's take this scarf off of here. We'll figure out where this is gonna go. Okay, so we might just have to move some stuff around. That's okay. Okay, feet, and then beaky, and snowflake. Oh, here, we gotta take those off the face and that. And then here's a scarf. We have a lot of pieces, guys. We have a ton of pieces. Okay, so we may just paint a couple of things separately. Okay, we have buttons. We're just gonna have stuff everywhere. Okay, so basically it's the same. So the ornaments are the same as this. Uh-oh, someone's at my door. Who is that? Who's at my door? Someone wants in. Okay. Oh, this is the only thing I don't have a place for? That's okay. That's okay. So let's do this. Let's just paint that on something. Let me just find a piece of cardboard and we'll just paint that. Somewhere. Somewhere there's cardboard. I just know there is. Okay, here. You know what? Let's take these two pieces and let's just go ahead and paint those right now. That'll just kind of free up some of the board. And then I think we got everything on here. So let me just take some tape. And I'll just put this on here, and that way we have everything on a board. Okay. All right, so we need black. I have another one. I want to use this up. Let me put myself up in the corner. Darlene, go to the corner, Darlene. Oops. There we go. All right. I might need a bigger board. I need a bigger table is what I need. I need a bigger table. So, okay. Well, the reason I'm putting that on there is because I don't want to make a big old mess. Okay, so I have my little palette dish here. Let's just get these painted and then we can move this. Yeah, I definitely need it. I need a bigger room. That's not going to happen. Okay, so my dad called me during the middle of the week, which was really odd. I missed his call and I called him back. So here is part of the conversation that really confused me. I know sometimes he watches my Facebook lives, and sometimes he sees things on Facebook that I post. But he asked me how my upstairs was coming, and I was like, my upstairs. I don't have an upstairs. Okay, I'm just gonna paint that, even though there's gonna be the earmuffs are gonna go over that. He really confused me. I was like, are you losing it, Dad? And then he goes, oh no, where you had your fire. I'm like, oh, in the attic. For a second, I was really concerned. My sister will get a kick out of that. I was really concerned because I was like, oh great, now he's got dementia. So, but he meant the attic. He didn't mean the upstairs. I'm like, I don't have an upstairs. I wish I did. Once upon a time, we looked into adding a second floor, and we'd have to do new footings, and it was going to be so expensive. We shelved that really fast. Okay, I'm going to move this to the side because we have lots of things to paint. Okay. But at least we have room for everything. So let's just go ahead and paint everything that needs to be black since I already have this out. Okay, so the wing parts here are going to show. All right, so we're going to paint that. Oh, the base. Let's paint the base black. That's what they're going to sit on. So the wing is all that's going to show on here. And then up here, the top part. So we'll figure out what color we're going to do that. I'm going to paint the bottom part just because part of that might show. Sometimes when it goes into the base, it still shows. So anyways, I thought that was kind of funny. Oh my goodness. My dogs are so silly. So they love to chew on the bully sticks. That is their favorite. That's their favorite thing to do, and they will fight over them. Here's the funny thing: is that when I hand them out, the bully sticks, they're just like, they're like a bone but better, for them to chew. Anyways, so when I hand them out to them, okay, I'm just gonna do everything that's black, and there's a lot that's black, guys. These are penguins, so there's a lot that's black. All the buttons. I give each of them one, plus I have to put an extra out there, because here's what happens. We have a couple of these little dogs that like to steal from the others, and they'll be running around with two of them in their mouth, and so one of them will miss out. So I always have to put out an extra one. So earlier, I don't know what was going on, but Marley was so funny. She snatched up two bones. Then Annie snatched up two bones. So then that meant that one dog didn't have one. I was like, oh my gosh. And then Stubby, he just likes them when they're nice and gooey. When somebody else has chewed on them a lot, because he doesn't have any teeth except for two in the very back. So he can't chew a bone with those. He's just hilarious. My dogs just crack me up all the time. They're just so funny. They are funny. And right now, they are currently sitting out there with John watching TV, because they just love to cuddle with him. It's so funny. They love their daddy. Okay, I think that's all that's black. Let me double check. I think that's it. Yeah, I think so. Don't forget the wing on the last one. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Cindy. Okay, I need a babysitter. All right. Okay, now I think I got everything. Okay, so everything else will be covered up. The little wings are sticking out. So, like, 3D-ish. I'll figure out this color. I think this is going to be, what color do I want it to be? Oh, gray. Let me find gray. So, slate gray. And let me get a paper towel for my paintbrushes. I can't wait to see these done. I'm always so excited about new designs. I just love it. It's just so much fun to do. Okay, so slate gray, I'm going to do the top of the earmuffs. Okay, and then we'll start our white. I just don't want to forget that, because I know how I am. I know how I am. You guys, I just can't seem to do everything that I want to do. Does anybody ever get everything done on their list, or are they as overwhelmed as I am? I don't know. Maybe I just put too many things on my list. I'm not going to say I'm an overachiever, really, but I just always have so many things going on. So many things that I want to get done. I can't ever do them all. It's a crazy world. So I did post these already. Let me give you the link. Let me give you that link. So the link for these, I'm just going to give you the Christmas collection, because they're going to be the first two items in the Christmas collection. That'll be easier than me giving you two links. And that way you can go and see what all I've added recently in the Christmas area. So there's that. There's the link for these guys. Not me. When this time of year comes, you panic. Yeah, you always feel behind. I am so far behind that I think I'm first. I think I'm first. Oh my goodness. I never get it all done. Never, ever. Okay, let's do all the white. But I have accepted it over the years. I've accepted that I'll never get everything done. I'm always grateful when I pack up for my craft show, which I have to tag everything tomorrow. I actually have a room half full. Not really. I have like stuff all over in the extra bedroom that needs price tags on tomorrow. So that's my chore tomorrow. I am going to allow myself 4 hours to get all the price tags on and get them packed into the plastic boxes, and then I'm going to actually put them into my truck already. I want them to be done. I want them to be done. Okay, so the faces, I don't want to go over the eyes. I want the eyes to show up, but if I happen to fill it in, I'm going to just use a marker. Okay, so I'm trying to be really careful. So I did the body first, and then I'm going over the face, and I'm just pulling downwards so that it doesn't go into the eyeballs. Does that make sense? And then I'll load up my brush again. I'll do the next body. So hoping to keep it out of there. And I got a little bit of white on the black, but it's okay because I'm probably going to shade. I am probably going to shade with the white ink anyways. So yeah, I never get everything on my list done. I always feel like, I don't feel like a failure. I feel like, gosh, you know, I just wish I could get more done. And then I look at what I got done and I'm like, wow, girl, you got a lot done. I actually always have a lot. I really do. So, it's hard. I always have to reprioritize because I have my other job, so my full-time job. So there's many times when I have my schedule set and I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this and this, and I'm going to do this at night. And then all of a sudden, you know, things come up and I have a whole bunch of other things to do for my full-time bookkeeping job. You know, there's days when it's flexible and I can do stuff at night. So during the day I might be doing something, but there's times when I have to do it. Okay, so we'll put second coats on the white. Right now, I just want to make sure that, should the little one have gray on the ear muffs? The ear muff part is actually going to be, let me think. Oh, on this one, yes. Will you just come and help me paint today? Just come to my house. Come on over, Cindy. Let's paint together. I need someone to hold my hand all day long today, evidently. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I just cut these out. Okay, I literally just cut these out just a few minutes ago. So I hadn't really even looked at it to see, okay, what do I need to do? So that's why I'm struggling just a little bit. Okay, let's do the feet and the beakies. They're all going to be true ochre. Yeah, I do have a full-time job. I work from home. I do bookkeeping full-time from my house. So I work for a construction company in New Mexico. In 2003, we moved to New Mexico and we lived there until 2007. And I worked in the office then for a construction company in Albuquerque. So I know, exactly. I know we'd never get anything done. We just talk. I know, Cindy. One of these days, though, we'll have a big crafting powwow. So okay, I'm gonna do the feet and the beaks. This is true ochre. You could use deep ochre. You could use marigold, whichever yellowish color you want to use. Okay, so when I lived in New Mexico, I worked in this construction company office, and they're located in Albuquerque. We lived in Rio Rancho. And we had to move back over here because my husband's heart wasn't functioning at that elevation. He was in AFib all the time. His heart just never converted to, it never got used to the elevation. So we moved back and I had trained someone and I got over here. I trained someone as my replacement. I got over here and I got a new job. My job over here didn't work out. It was terrible. It was awful. Most people know the story. It gave me PTSD. So anyways, because the guy was very violent. The owner was very violent with his wife. And so I had PTSD thinking about him, you know, beating up his wife in the other room. Yeah, anyway, so I left that job, and as I'm driving home, I called the company that I'd been working for in New Mexico, and I was crying. I'm like, and Mark said, well, why don't we try to work it out, and you can work for us again because the girl that replaced you didn't work out. And so we've been doing everything online through the internet. In the very beginning, they would send me a packet of invoices and I would do all the work that way. Okay, my hearts are going to be country red. So I would do all the work that way. And then we started faxing it, and now they scan it and email me invoices, or the customers just send it directly to me. So yeah, I work full time. I that's why as soon as I'm done with my Facebook Live in the morning, I have to go log in. In New Mexico, I lived in Rio Rancho from 2003 to 2007. Yeah, that's why I'm so busy all the time. because I have a full-time job. So it's flexible. It's flexible because I'm over here, but there's times when they need me to do something right then. But for the most part, I could do payroll at midnight if I had to do payroll. The owner's wife does that pretty much. But if I had to do payroll, I could do it at midnight. I could do all my reports at midnight if I needed to. I try to do everything during the day when they're there. But if I had to, I could do. It's flexible. So, okay, I need to paint the top of that. So let's do, that's his head's going to be black. So let's do that one black. The little circle part right there. Okay, back on track. Where was I? So I'm gonna do pink for the scarves. Okay, so those will be girls, and then I'm gonna do boy colors for the one that has the earmuffs and the other scarf. Yeah, it worked out great. So I've been doing that ever since. So let me look back. I missed a bunch of comments. Yeah, so I'm overwhelmed quite a bit. So Stephanie, Las Cruces, that's down south, right? I have not been to Las Cruces, but I have driven through there. So I think that's south, isn't it? South, New Mexico, southern New Mexico. Okay, so cotton candy is the color I'm going to use for the scarf. And I think I can just pour some on there. And then we'll probably need 2 coats. Hi, Deborah. How are you? Betty says she's been working on Halloween stuff because you have surgery on your shoulder in 13 days. Oh, my goodness. I'm glad you're going to have your surgery done. But, yeah, it's overwhelming, isn't it? When you have to have stuff done. You're like, no, I don't want to be down. So, hey, Sandra. How are you? Yeah, Stephanie, that's what I thought. Down, off. I can't remember. I get confused on the freeways. Okay, so I know that it is up and down. So which freeway is it? I know the 40. There's the 40. Does the 40 go down or does it go up? I haven't been there for a while. So I used to go over there every time that they had their yearly audit. In the very beginning, I would go over there. And I would go through the audit with the auditors, but we do everything online now, so I haven't had to go over for a long time. They're the best. I absolutely love them like they're family. They treat me so good. It's just, it's the best case scenario for them and me. It worked out. Okay, so that was cotton candy. I'm going to use crystal blue for the earmuffs and the scarf, and then I'm going to do the stripes on the scarf with desert turquoise. So this is my color palette for that one. So boy colors. So hey Sarah, how are you? Hi Judy Kirk, how are you? Judy, I am getting all my stuff tagged tomorrow for the craft show, so that hopefully everything will be tagged and you won't have to make up a price when I'm not there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm spending tomorrow just tagging product. Yeah. I should have done it last week, but hey, we set up next weekend for her craft show, for Judy's craft show. Okay, earmuffs are this color that I just told you, crystal blue. Okay, and then what I want to do is put my second coat of my white. Interstate 25 south to El Paso. Okay, so the 40 goes across. Albuquerque is what it is. Okay, it's been too long. It's been a long time. It's been way too long since I've been there. I think actually the last time, maybe my sister and I drove through there when she was moving to San Antonio. Is that right, Doris? If you're watching. If you're still on here. Yeah. Okay, so my second coat of my white, getting that on. Are you doing new snowman ornaments? Yes, I'm going to have so many ornaments. Even numbers go east to west, odd north and south. I was trying to remember that. I do know that. I do know that. I just couldn't remember what the number was. And I do know the 40 is up there and it goes through New Mexico. I do know that through Albuquerque. Yeah, I was always confused when I lived there. At night, I would get very confused on direction. So maybe because living in Rio Rancho, we were out in the middle of the desert. Okay, so I didn't have any close neighbors. I had people across the arroyo, but that was a distance. We had like, I don't know how many acres. I think we had 3 or 4 acres. And I swear that our acreage was on Indian burial grounds. I swear, because at night we would swear we saw an Indian walk past the our windows. I swear, there were ghosts. There had to have been. So, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if something like that happened. Okay, let's dry everything and let's put second coats on the other things. We might have to put a third coat on the white. Message me about my setup. Perfect. Yeah, I will need to know that because it's hard to get my trailer in there. So the show promoters usually try to kind of let us get our stuff in there, and then other people come in a little bit later. Our trailers, there's several of us with trailers. It's not just me. I'm not the only problem child. Oh, there's a piece of a brush. No, that's not. That's part of his nose. It looks like a piece of a brush. Okay, let me dry everything. I think we need second coats on the blue and on the pink. Okay, the pink's gonna have polka dots. The blue's gonna have stripes. Okay, white, definitely have to do a third coat. It's not solid enough. The snowflakes are fine now. You're feeling like, Darlene, you're cutting stuff out and so much. I know, exactly. Sarah, are you getting ready for some craft shows? Because it gets to be overwhelming this time of year. I actually am lucky because I have a break. After Judy's craft show, I have 1 week before the next one, and I have 2. And then I actually don't have another one until the end of October. I'm trying not to do too many. I need a little bit more white. I don't want to overbook myself like I used to. Okay, so it makes it really difficult with all my other stuff that I have going on. I want to make sure that I'm able to do my job. And November is always my hell month because I have a craft show every weekend in November, and I'm in charge of 2 craft shows in November, so it makes it really difficult. But October, I only have 1, and then November, we hit it hard again. And then December, I might have 1. I might be going down to Imperial Valley, down where Chloe was missing. The lady that's helping me down there, she was telling me about a craft show down there, and she's like, you really need to come and do the Santa Parade. And I'm like, I might just do it just because she wants me to. Okay, let me see. I'm going to put another coat on this. I'm going to do the blue. Oh, that I don't want to do those. Don't do that, Darlene. I have to go back over that now. Yeah, got a little wild there. Got a little wild. Craft shows. Yeah, definitely. Well, you need to do what I've been doing. I just been painting, and then I'm going to spend all day tomorrow just doing price tags so that everything is tagged. For me, it has to have a tag on it because it goes through a main checkout. I won't be in my booth to give them the price. So that's kind of different. It's different than what most people do. So main checkouts, there's lots of craft shows here that are that way in California. A lot of you guys don't even know what that means. If you've been around me a long time, you have. But having a main checkout means that it's kind of like a store. So everybody has their booths, and then customer goes in and shops, and takes their little basket of all their things they got from everybody's booth, and they take it up to the main cashier, and they ring it up. And each thing has a price tag on it. The price tags get pulled, like the end of it is a 2-part price tag. It gets pulled, and it has the person's code on it. Like mine is DB64. So it gets pulled, and then those get added up at the end of the show. And that's how we get paid. So yeah, it's convenient for the customers, and it's also convenient for the crafters because they don't have to be there the whole time. They can be there, just do their shift. So, okay, let's dry. You have a 2-week trip. Oh, nice. Nice 2-week trip. That's awesome. You're gone for a week at the end of this month. I'm gone too. That's, you know, that's what I'm kind of stressing about, is the fact that I'm gone to the Watts of Love weekend. So I'm stressing a little bit about that. But it's only for a few days. It's not like forever. I wish I was with Sue over in Hawaii. Poor Sue. She doesn't really have anybody over there with her that she's hanging out with. And no car, so she's really, really bored. She sent me a message last night, and she said, I wish you were here with me. I'm like, I wish I was too, because I love Hawaii. Okay, we do have to do cheekies. Okay, so we have to do our cheekies on the faces. So I'm just gonna kind of scooch it up so we can do that. Hi, Carol, how are you? Happy Saturday. We're doing penguins. Okay, you know what? I don't want to use that. I want to use pink. And I actually think I want to use cotton candy. So I'm going to grab another little pellet dish. You know what? I'm just going to grab this. All right, so I'm going to use cotton candy. I'm going to grab a paper towel. And we'll do our cheekies. So just fold it up. I have my little daubers. Now, those small ones, the ornaments, are going to take the small dauber. And then the bigger ones, the sitters, are going to take the bigger one. Okay, so as I juggle it. So just dip it in the paint, tap it onto your paper towel, and I kind of just twist and shout. And then I'm going to put this right next to where the beaky is. It's going to be hard for you to see, but I'm just twisting it, just putting a little circle there for his cheeks. Okay, and then same with the bigger dauber. These are from Michael's. They're over where stencils are. Okay, you can use them with stencils. I never have, but I use them for cheeks because they're round. They work for the cheeks. Okay, there's one, and there's two. Okay, all right, so now all we have to do is we need to dry that. I got the hiccups. Sorry, guys. I need to do the stripes on the scarf, but I want to be able to dry this because I don't want to touch it. Because you know how I am. I will touch it and I'll mess it up. I got that one a little bit high. It's kind of up in the eyeball. It's okay. Okay, so the stripes on the little scarf. Okay, see, it is scored. Can you see it? Can you see the scoring? There you go. Okay, so there's little lines that you can see. I'm gonna do stripes with my desert turquoise. So I'm trying to find a brush, a small brush. Okay, I think I'll use this one. It might be too big, but I'm gonna shake my paint. I think they're looking really cute. They're gonna look cute when they're all done, for sure. Okay, so I don't need much. And I'm just going to use my little angle brush. I could go in a little bit closer for you guys, maybe. Squish that up. Go in a little bit closer. And then I'm just going to do the stripes. Okay, so just going to hold it. I'm just going down. If you have a liner brush would work better. Because this is really small. But I don't think I have a liner brush in there. And it doesn't have to be perfect, guys. All right, so get over that. Perfection is overrated. I'm sorry. It just doesn't have to be perfect. It needs to look handmade. That's what I say. I want it to look handmade. I don't want it to look like it's stamped out in China. I want it, stamped out with a machine wherever in the world. It doesn't have to be China, but okay, so I got my stripes. There's one. We'll dry that. Okay, this one, the stripes are a little bit bigger, so maybe a little bit easier. You guys would be proud of me. I am staying away from Hobby Lobby. I know they probably have the cutest stuff in there right now, but I am staying away. Making sure that I'm not buying stuff I don't need. I'm focusing on my craft shows because I want to have a fabulous booth. That's my goal, is I want to have a really, really cute booth and people walk in and they go, oh, you know. That's what I want. That's my goal. My goal is for them to go, oh, I need that. So I'm hoping I can accomplish that. I'm going to have twinkle lights in there, and I have some really cute ideas. I'll have my Christmas trees in there. I do have a fall tree too. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to doing it. The process is always long. It takes me a long time to get my booth set up because I'm really kind of particular about the way it goes. And no one can ever help me do that, because when we used to just do ornaments, yeah, I just say, okay, just fill up these slots, but it's not that way anymore. Okay, all right, so that's done. Let me dry that, and let me just make this a little bit smaller again, so you can actually see it again. Okay, so let's dry it. They have a lot of fun fall stuff. I bet they do. I really don't need to go. I need to stay, and I need to just, I need to use up what I have. Okay, we need to put polka dots on the pink one. Okay, so we're going to put white polka dots on the pink one. We'll do that next. Almost forgot. So the pink little scarves are girls. The blue ones are boys. That's just how it is. Pink and blue. Boys can like pink. That's okay. Right? Okay, let me get my stylus. All right, here we go. And I'm just going to do kind of a pattern. You can usually get 3 dots out of your stylus, and then it's time to reload. So I'm just dipping it in the paint and just going to town with this, making my little pattern on here, and then we'll dry it. We'll be inking everything. I'm going to make it look so cute, guys. I think penguins are always so fun to have in your booth. Penguins, gingerbread, Santas, reindeer. I just love it all. Okay, there's that. I'm just gonna move this so that I have it right here. I can dry it easily. And I think well, you know what? We're gonna put some highlights on here after. So I'm not gonna worry about the cheeks at the moment because I'm gonna put highlights. You're trying to be good too. Yeah. Fall is your favorite time. I love fall when it starts to cool down. I love all the craft shows because I love to see my friends. I love to see all my customers, and I love to see my crafter friends who I've known forever. They're like family to me. And sometimes later on with people, you know, their husbands, you know, are gone, and a lot of times we are their only family. There's several people that I knew that, you know, it was really hard for them, but they had their crafter friends. So, okay, there's that. All right, I think I need one more polka dot in there, and then let's dry. I think it looks good. I don't think there's an overabundance of polka dots. I think it's probably perfect, right like that. Okay, I'm just wiping off the end of the stylus. They make you smile. I know. I love their heart-shaped face too. Yes. Okay, let me go ahead and try. We're going to do a little bit of inking. You know what? Something blew onto that. I don't know what it is. I think I have to wait. Oh my goodness. What is that? Hello. Okay, hang on. Maybe if I get the stylus. It's something. I don't know what it is. Like a piece of, it is a part of one of the brushes the scruffy brushes that we do the chippy look. That's what it was. It's a bristle out of the chippy brush. Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna let that just continue to dry. It's not all the way dry yet. They will be. They're kind of like pointy. Okay, so let's let that to the side. We'll ink those last. Maybe I should hit it one more time with the heat gun. Let's do it one more time. And that'll just help it continue to dry. And then when That's funny. Okay, so let's take everything off and we'll kind of pre-assemble it. Remember, I have things over here on this other board because there was not enough room for everything. Okay, so let me just start putting these together down here, and then we'll make sure we have everything painted. Make sure I don't have to go back and paint something, because that's never happened before, right? Never? Yeah, it has happened before. Okay, so you're gonna have to put the face in first, and then the little scarf goes over that. But you gotta put the little belly in too, just like that. We're just pre-assembling because we want to make sure we actually got everything painted, and then I'll move my board and we can ink everything. Okay, that goes on the other one. These are the feet for these. Okay, this guy. And then the pink scarf goes on here. We have all these little buttons. I love this part where I go, oh my goodness, it's just looking so cute. It really is. It's looking super cute. Okay, so these are already posted. I did put the link. I'll put it again because some of you just hopped on. So I want to make sure everybody knows where to find these. Okay, and then there are snowflakes to go on them. Okay, so snowflakes go on there. Got our feet. Aren't they looking so cute? Look at that. Oh my goodness. And the older you get, you relate with the waddle. Oh my goodness, forever. I know, the waddle, I tell you. Sometimes our dogs do that. Sometimes our dogs waddle. Okay, so this goes with the base. Okay, so the base. All right, and now let's assemble these guys. So same thing, basically, just smaller and ornament. So it'll hang. And once we get it together, we'll know that we got everything and that we don't have to go back and paint something else that Darlene might have missed, because I can miss things easily. Or a piece. If I'm missing a piece, I'll go in the other room. I have extras cut out. Oh my goodness. These are so stinking cute. I need a dozen of each. I won't get a dozen made. I might get 6 of each made. It's so hard, guys, to do everything. I always want more, but I'm always grateful for how much I do get done, which for some people it seems like a lot. I have been accused of having I don't know what they call it, trolls. Trolls that help me at night. That come and work and do work while I'm sleeping. What kind of like the this 7 dwarfs. Is there 7 dwarfs? Oh my gosh, guys. So anyways, Snow White and the 7 dwarfs, right? Yeah, I have been accused of having little dwarfs or somebody helping me. Trolls, dwarfs. Same thing, right? Oh my gosh, I crack myself up. Okay, all right, looking super cute. Let's move the board. Let's move the board. Little people from China that come and help me every night to create things. I have been accused of that in the past, but I haven't been super one in the last few years, so I don't have as much product anymore. Okay, we do need to ink. I'm going to do the black part. I'm going to do with this little white one. I do like the white ink. I know, I love seeing them all come together too. It just is so cute. Let me just go in a little bit closer. I'm going to move things over a little bit so you can still see everything. And I'll ink them. I know. See, step by step. So you guys, you all can do this. I know sometimes people go, I could never do that. Yes, you can. It's super easy. Okay, I'm going to use the white ink. So I do like the new white ink that I got. I do. So it is in stock. I had put it on there the other day. I can put it if anybody needs it. The white actually looks super cute. So I'm going to do all the black parts. I'll do with white. This is the fun part where you get to just watch me do this. Yeah, we have to take it apart now. So we assembled it, and then we're going to take it apart, and then we're going to do a little bit of highlighting. We can call them gremlins. There you go, gremlins. Perfect. Perfect. Gremlins is probably a better word. Yeah. It must be my dogs. My dogs sometimes look like a gremlin. Like, don't add water. Little Marley. Marley definitely looks like a little gremlin. She's hilarious. Okay, so we could glue each one together as we go. We might want to do that just so we don't have pieces everywhere, right? So now I'm going to use the brown one, the brown ink pad, and I'm going to do all the lighter colored stuff. So black, I'm using the white, and then I'm using the brown one on everything else. And I'll probably grab a Q-tip so I can do some lines on the scarf to give it some dimension, because there are some lines on there, and I don't want to just use this because it's not going to look as good. So I'll grab a Q-tip to do that. If you don't want to do this part, you don't have to. You can just leave it the way it is. Totally up to you. But tell ya, it makes a big difference. So what we'll do is we'll assemble this one, and I'll say, hey, which do you like best? Do you like it to have all the inking on it, or do you like it just plain? So you can tell me what you like best. You call them gremlins at work? That's so funny. That's hilarious, because I tell you, there are some people that just can get everything done, and they're just amazing, and you never know, how do they do it? How do they do it? I've been accused of doing that. I don't know, lately it's been a struggle with my exhaustion that I have. I think the biggest struggle for me is that I can't do everything that I really want to do, you know. Okay, so I'm just using a Q-tip, and I'm just going to draw a little line here to give it some dimension. Okay, so see how I did that? I just took a Q-tip and I just dipped it in the ink, and I just gave it some dimension. Okay, let's glue this one together so we can see how it looks. And we need to glue the bases together too. Let's do those first. I usually do those first so they can be sitting. Can you see the base? We go. Wow, I guess I don't really need to go out. I'm just gluing the base together. So make sure the slot is centered. Just in case it's not, like, you might have to flip it if it's not centered completely. Okay, we'll set that to the side. So I'm just putting glue on the base part. This is the base that these little sitters are going to sit into. Just kind of get that. Okay, that one does need flipped. So I can see that the center was not centered properly. Okay, going to put that up there. Okay, now we can just start gluing this together. Okay, we have all our pieces here. Let me just scooch that over just a little bit. And what I want to do is I want to put this on first, and then I can put all my pieces in there. I think it's really cute. I love it. I think it's so fun. And then you guys tell me what you like best, if you like it with it inked or if you like it plain. I mean, you can do what you want to do. Honestly, you're the artist. When you create, you do it how you want to do. And nobody's going to see mine, right? They're not going to say, oh, you didn't do it like Darlene. You do it the way you want to do it, or the way that your customer wants it, because your customer might want it to be totally different. So you get to choose. Okay, I know it goes in there because it was in there before. Just kind of wiggle it if it doesn't fit. And then I'm going to make sure everything's lined up again once I get all these pieces in here, because I can see it's kind of moving. Okay. And then I'm just going to put, here's a button, and a heart. I'm just going to put just a little bit of glue right there, so I can just plop them down in there. And there's 1, 2, and 3 buttons. Okay, and then we have feet, and we have the scarf, and we have the snowflake. And then I'm just going to make sure everything is adjusted properly so that it looks good. Okay, and I love this glue. Look at how cute this is. Oh my goodness, she's adorable. Okay, just a little bit. I'm just going to put a little bit on there. That just goes right there. Okay, then make sure everything is like centered on there, and just need to scooch it up just a little bit. Perfect. And then just make sure that you got everything where it goes. Isn't she adorable? I think she is so sweet. Okay, so which do you like better? Just plain? Can you see? Let me go in closer. I mean, it's okay like that without the shading. Nobody would know. So if you don't want to do the shading, don't worry. Nobody's going to know. And I need to do a little bit right here on the forehead. I just did a little bit more on the forehead. So, okay, we're going to keep going, and we'll just glue him together too when we're all done. And then we'll do the ornaments all together. Okay, so we have one done. And then she's going to go into here. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry. And we're going to let this dry. That's why we're doing these first. And then we'll do the ornaments next. Okay, so we're just going to take it apart. And we're going to do the same thing. Okay. So I'm going to ink this top part with my brown. And I'm going to ink all the black part. These wings are going to show. I'm not going to ink the bottom. That's really not going to show. Okay. And then all the black stuff. Take it all apart. And the buttons. I just put a little bit on them. Yeah, it kind of just brings it to life. I definitely like the highlights on it like that. But like I said, it's totally up to you what you do. You don't have to do it. If you're not comfortable doing it, then don't worry. Don't stress. Okay, I'm not doing like down where it's not going to show. Okay, and I'm just doing a little bit on each button. And put my lid on it. I like these little things. These are great. I use too much of this color, of the brown color, to get the small one. They do have the small ones. I actually did get some of the small ones for travel, but of the brown, but I use too much of it to really use a small one. They do have refill ink for like this one, because some of mine had dried out, and I saw that they had the ink refill, so I did try it, and it works really good. The only thing that can happen is that sometimes when you're using this and your surface is rough, it will take a little divot out of the ink pad, and that's when you have to really be careful when you're using it. You don't want to do that. Okay, let me try to get right in there. Okay, perfect. Okay, we are going to add some highlights. Like I said, we've been adding highlights on some of our stuff, so we're going to do that. One more piece. Oh, and the belly. We want to do the belly too. Okay, so getting all those done. And the heart a little bit. Okay. All right, I'm getting laundry done. I need to go swap it out. It's time to swap out laundry again. You guys, it's one of those days. It's a chore day to get things done. I just kind of go back and forth between working and, had to unload the dishwasher, had to get laundry done. Always things with the dogs, swapping out their little pee pads. It's always something. So today's that day to do all those fun things. Okay, remember, we're going to work quickly so that we can realign this if we need to. So we're going to get the face in there, going to get the body in there, and all the pieces. You want to work quickly just in case it moved. You still have time to fix it. Come on. So that seems to be a kind of a pain. Now this scarf goes up like that. Okay, so it goes like the curve is up. Okay, let's put some of this here, and I think we can do the nose. Okay, perfect. So his little earmuffs, and then the buttons, and his nose, so his beak, and button. Who's got the button? All right. Oops. I dropped that. Okay, and then feet, and then the snowflake, and then I'm going to make sure that everything is aligned, and then we'll go on and we'll do our cute little ornaments, which are just the same. They're just smaller. That's all. They're just a smaller size. They're exactly the same thing, just a smaller scale. All right, let me make sure that we're lined up at the top. And we're lined up at the bottom. Looks like we're good. Okay, isn't it cute? I think those are adorable. I love those. I love the color too. I definitely love the colors. So the blue is the crystal blue, and then I used the desert turquoise for the shading, and then this was the cotton candy. All right, let's ink all these guys. I'm just going to do everything. I'll ink all the stuff, and then we'll go back and we'll put these together. But I really wanted those to set up because I need to put them in the base. So that was my whole plan, was make sure I get that done. Okay. All right, your little arms and around your body. So it actually is really easy. I just kind of tap it and I pull a little bit. Sometimes the buttons and stuff like that, it can be easier to do it when it's on the board. There's times when I'm doing multiples of things, I will do the whole board at once, when it's still on the tape, and I'll just kind of tap it on the sides when it's small stuff like that. Okay, getting them all apart. We're taking you apart. So there's just pieces everywhere. Yeah, we got penguin pieces everywhere. Oh my goodness! Don't turn me in. All right, and then we're going to ink all these other pieces with the brown. Okay, I'll give you the link again in a moment. So the ornaments, I think for 2 ornaments it's $7.75, and then for both these together, I'm selling them together. It's 14. I think it's $14.75. So I did good prices for you guys, so that you can afford to do that. If you need to have them singly and just want one, just let me know. I can actually set it up like that. But I didn't set it up. I just thought, gosh, you want both of them because they're both so darn cute. Don't you want them both? I would. All right. So I do need to do the little shading on the pink scarf. So that I'll have to do that. We will go back and we'll do some little highlights, but we're almost done. Aren't they just the cutest? I just think they're adorable. I love them. So these are brand new design, just came out, and of course I had to jump right on it. So I'm gonna have more things. I'm gonna have snowmen. I'm gonna have reindeers. Probably with some more Santas. Oh, here's somebody at my door. Who is at my front door? Someone. I could look on my phone and see. It could be my son. I'm almost done though, so if it is, he can wait. I can't tell from here. The dogs aren't happy. I think it's my son. I think he's visiting. I think he's working on some of the stuff at his house. Okay, let me go ahead and do the shading on here. I just grabbed a Q-tip and I just tap it onto the ink pad. Okay, oh, I missed a heart. I might have to go bring a dog in here. Okay. All right, so let's glue everything together. Oh, thank you, Cindy. I try to have really good prices for you guys. I'm working on finding my wood locally again. You know, during COVID it dried up, and so I'm looking at finding it locally again, hopefully within the next couple of weeks. And I mean, that could mean that prices could go down just a little bit. I mean, even if I was able to lower prices by $1 on something for me, you know, let's do one at a time, Charlene. You know, if I could save $1 for you guys on each thing, I would love to do that. Right now, I have to order my wood. Oops, oopsie. I'll go ahead and put that on there now. I'm dripping. This one is the girl. Okay. Oh no, it's I can tell who it is. It is my son-in-law. Now I can tell. Now I can tell by the voice. my daughter's husband. I could tell. I could hear a voice, and my dogs aren't used to them, so Annie and Riley are gonna bark, and Miss Sophie's gonna probably run in the other room. The new dog, Darcy's probably gonna lick him to death. Darcy loves the attention. She's so funny. She's so funny. Okay, I think I got everything on there. I think that's probably Darcy right now. She's like, Mom, let me in, Mom. Okay, let me make sure it's lined up. Look at how cute that is. Darcy, no. I know it's her. She's so funny. She wants to be in here. She does that when I'm in the bathroom. She's like pawing at it. Your dog is looking also. I'm sorry, guys. Hey, Darcy, stop. Yeah, she wants to be in there with me. She has adjusted to us so well. I could not be more happy with how things have gone with her. You always worry when you get a rescue dog. Are they going to love you? Is it going to be hard? Are they going to continue to, sometimes dogs are just, they've gone through so much that they snap at anybody and everybody. And I didn't want that. Okay, I'm just going to put just a little tiny bit of glue. And then, okay. Yeah, she's the best. She's so funny. She reminds me so much of Bailey, because Bailey would get grumpy with people, and she would go, Rrr. She would growl, and then she'd lick you, and then she'd growl, and then she'd lick you, and it was just always so funny how she was like a devil dog. We'd say she's the devil dog. She's hilarious. Okay, got to do the beak, and then the snowflake, and then we'll do some little highlights on some of these. Let me make sure everything's lined up. Did I miss anything? Okay. Yeah, it's real life here, guys. My dogs are so funny. They're hilarious. Okay, I got everything glued. That looks good. Perfect. Okay, so now let's do some little highlights on things. Whew. Oh no, I didn't glue everything. There's a snowflake. You're lucky to have her. You know what? I am so grateful for her. She is just the sweetest little dog. My favorite picture of her is the one when we're driving home, and she has so much joy on her face when she's in the car. And let me see if I can find it, because it's just my favorite. It's my favorite photo, because we had stopped at the rest area because I was tired and I knew she probably had a potty, and I had her tied in the front seat because I didn't want her escaping. I had to open up the back to get something out, and I looked up and she was just smiling at me, and it was just the cutest thing. I'm looking to see if I can find it on here. All right, where? Give me a second, because it's just my most favorite picture of her. I would love to frame it, because maybe it never uploaded to the cloud. You never know, because this silly cloud thing is just, it doesn't always work. Oh gosh, I don't think it did. I don't think it ever updated. Oh yeah, here it is. This is my most favorite one of Darcy, because it shows me the joy in her face. This is on our drive home. So, have to get this off of. Okay, so that was her when we stopped at the rest area. Thank you, Snowflake. And she just looks so happy. She's sitting on the console area, and I didn't put her in the kennel. I had one of those little doggy car seats up in front, and I had the kennel just in case she didn't do well. And we stopped at the rest area. I had to go to the bathroom. She had to go to the bathroom. I had to sleep a little bit because I was tired, and she's just so happy there. Okay, all right, back to our stuff. That's my most favorite thing of her. I think I want to frame that, because it just shows me the joy in her face to get out of that shelter. I know, she's just so happy. Okay, let's do a little bit of highlights here. before we glue them in. So I'm bringing up my white paint, and I know she's just adorable. And then I'm gonna look at my cheat sheet if I can find it. If I can find my cheat sheet. Okay. Whew. Sorry guys. Okay, so just gonna do like we've done before, our little highlights that we have done here and there. Sometimes we do like a little dash. Sometimes, am I gonna do one at the top? I'll do one at the top. I'm gonna do one on the nose. So, all right. Oops, not black, Darlene. Not black. Definitely not black. So I'm just adding this. If you want to add highlights, you definitely can. If you don't, then it's totally up to you. I just dipped it in black. Not black. Okay, not black. N-O-T, not black. Okay. Yeah, she's definitely smiling. She's definitely a happy girl. She's like, I'm free. I'm free. I'm finally free of that place. I can only imagine. It must be really hard to be in some. I would imagine it would be like prison, don't you think? I don't think I want to do the arms. Am I gonna do the feeties? I'm gonna do the feeties, and then I'm almost done. Do I want to do the buttons? Yeah, I do want to do the buttons. Okay, I should have done the buttons before I started to do this, because now my left-handedness is gonna have to reach over. Did you hear my stomach growl? I've only had oatmeal today. I forgot to eat. And I even have In-N-Out burgers out there. Okay, isn't that cute? I love it. I think it's adorable. Oh, I want to highlight on the cheekies. Okay, so totally up to you if you do add anything or not. You don't have to, but I'm going to, and I'm going to show you how. So we're going to do on here. I'm going to try to do. I'm trying to make sure that I do everything how it's supposed to be, and the little nose, cheekies on here, and then do one at the top. So if you want to skip this part, you can do that. You can skip it. You don't have to do this part. It's up to you how much or how little you do. I just like to give you options. So I'm just dip dotting. So I'm trying to make sure I put it in the white. I kind of turned it so that I would. All right, and then on the things, on the buttons, on the things, yeah, on the things. I'm gonna send the shelter a thank you, and send them a picture of her, because I just think that's just the sweetest. I appreciate them trying to find her family. She was there for 14 days, but during that time she got sick. So I wish she hadn't had to be in there that long, but maybe if she hadn't been in there that long, I wouldn't have got her, because remember, I just had my surgery. Okay, I think that's it. I think I don't need any more. Okay, let me just kind of swap these. Let's move these over here. We will dry these. We're going to bring in our ornaments. I'm going to flip this around. I'm going to use the smaller end of the stylus. She knows she's going to be loved. And absolutely. I know. And she still looks at me like that, but she's kind of funny. She's kind of funny sometimes when she looks at me. I'm like, what are you thinking, Darcy? What's going on in that head of yours? Because sometimes I just wish I could read her mind. So, all right, I'm gonna do basically about the same thing. I might not put quite as many on the ornaments, but like I said, it's totally up to you how much you do. If you want to do a lot or you want to do just a little. I'm using the tiny end of the stylus now. Oh, there's Stubby. Can you hear him? He's like squawking like a chicken. He's so funny. He can't ever really bark for real. He just sounds like a little chicken. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope they don't just, oops, in the black again. I'm sorry, guys. Evidently, they're standing out there talking and not thinking about the fact that my dogs are barking. Okay, All right, next, and then we'll be done. And all I'm gonna do is put jute on this. I have like a little drip. I'm gonna just paint it black. I dripped a dot there too. Okay. Now they'll probably bark because they think because I knocked on the thing. Okay, we're almost done. Oh my goodness. Those dogs. Are you dogs naughty like that too? Tell me yes. Tell me I am not the only one that has naughty dogs. I love my dogs, but sometimes, I tell you, sometimes they are just the naughty ones. Okay. We're almost done. Thanks for being here, guys. I understand if you can't hang in, but we're almost done. I'm just going to put jute. I'm not going to put ribbon. If you want to put ribbon and a bead, you totally can do that, but I thought these are going to just be so cute with just the jute on them. It's not bother. Okay, thank you. And then they start up again. It's a race to the finish. You know, they're pretty good in the morning. Sometimes I go out and they've been naughty, though. Sometimes I go out and they've chewed something up. I'm like, how did you get that? They had a little toy the other day, and it had to have been when my son was visiting recently, and the little grandkids were here. When I was up at the cabin, they came over. Okay, all right, let's dry this. Let's dry them. I need to fix right here on the nose. I need to fix that one. Okay, let's dry, and then we can put these into here, and we can put our jute on them, and we are good to go. Your mailbox, perfect. Isn't it funny? I don't understand. I thought it had to do with him. He's always barked funny. I thought it had to do with him not having a tail, and the fact that he was neutered at the same time. So they do say that can change things in their body. He does have like his head is smaller than I think that a lot of other Shih Tzus. It's kind of funny. I recently found this out that there's a certain age where you should neuter them. That you shouldn't neuter them too young, is what I was told. Does anybody else know any truth in that? But you should wait for their hormones, testosterone, I guess. I don't know. But he was neutered when he had his tail amputated because his tail just hung there like Eeyore. He was only 7 weeks old. So that's really young to be neutered at the same time. So I kind of feel like it has something to do with that. Okay, let's hope that this works because I think it's going to fit. Let's make sure. Let's make sure it fits before I put glue on it. It's going to go all the way in. Perfect. Perfect. I think what I'll do is I'll make the slot thing a little bit shorter. I'm fine with it, but you might want it just a little bit shorter than that. So, okay, we're going to put some glue now that it's stuck. And I'm going to plug in my glue gun, but I will do that later. I will be doing the glue part after because it's going to take a moment for it to heat up. All right. I forgot to plug it in. I'm trying to get it plugged in. Okay. All right. So a certain age. Yeah, there's a certain age, I think. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Cindy. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being so supportive. Okay, let's do the jute part. So if you want to put beads on yours, that's fine. I didn't want to take away from all this cuteness. I just thought it's so cute. It doesn't need to have beads. So just fold your jute in half and then just open it and pull those tails up and then just cut it to whatever length you want it. I did this piece way too long. I think that's probably about the correct length and maybe even shorter than that. I might want to do it a little bit shorter than that. Let me see. Can I get it out and do it a little bit shorter? So guess what's on my paint table in my craft room that I'm just finishing up. So I've been working on turkeys. I have turkeys that sit and I have turkeys that hang. Yeah. Age doesn't matter and rescues have spayed and neutered young. More importantly, for older. Okay, perfect. In extra large breeds. Okay, perfect. All right, thank you. I knew that there was something that came up with my daughter. My daughter had got the Rottweiler neutered really young, and he had this teeny tiny peanut head. His head never really grew, and then the one that they just got was older when they got it. It hadn't been neutered yet, and he has a big old noggin. So I didn't know if it had anything to do with that. I didn't know, but yeah, Stubby had to be neutered so young because his deformity with his tail, they said it was genetic, and that we didn't ever want to pass that on to another dog. And I planned to get him neutered anyways. I didn't plan to breed him because he was one of our dogs. So, anyways, okay, and then we got his mom fixed right after that too. Okay, so that's glued in there. And if you want, grab a Q-tip and clean up any extra glue that happens to come out. I do have a little bit of glue to clean up, but I can do that after. All right, perfect. All right, guys. I love them. I think they turned out so cute. I'm going to put you up to me. Where am I? There I am. There I am. Look at how cute. I think they turned out super cute, guys. Fun. Okay, so there's the little sitters. And then here's the ornaments. So different size. Okay, the ornaments are smaller. So I think I put $7.75 for the ornaments for 2, which is a good price. So basically $4. And then $14.75 for these 2 guys. And they're pretty tall. They're like 7 inches tall. Okay, thank you for being here. Let me scooch that back so you can still see. I think they're adorable too. I love penguins. They are so much fun. All right, hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. I will see you tomorrow. We'll have another fun project. I had already got it done, and then these popped up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta do the penguins right now. So have a good evening. I love you guys. Thanks for your support. I appreciate it. It means the world to me. You guys are awesome.